What's up, guys, and welcome back. So yes, as you can see, I'm sat here in my car. Gemma is currently in an interview, so I've got nothing better to do than sit here and talk to you guys. Yeah. So we are here today doing a story time video, and you will have to ignore all the cars coming past because apparently this is a lot busier road than I thought it was going to be. But anyway, let's get on with it. So, for those of you who don't really know me, when I'm not doing YouTube, I work for a supermarket, and it's a supermarket that tends to have, quite a lot of shoplifters. I mean, we have a stupid amount of shoplifters, some of which are stupidly enough to come armed with knives or whatever. I've had a couple of knives pulled on me. The most recent one was, say, back in November, where the guy actually got away from me, which is not something I tend to normally say. But, we're looking, what's today? Today, the 21st, I believe it is. This is the 21st of March, just for whenever the video went up. So, about 3-4 days ago on the Saturday, we had a shoplifter come in. We was 3 members of staff down due to sickness. We were £2 up because of the snow, and we had a shoplifter come in, take a full trolley load of stuff. We must have lost about, I don't know, 500-600 quid's worth of stuff that we'd just randomly lost. That because of this shoplifter, and because we were so short on staff and due to the snow, because of the money that was up, not a single person really saw it until a customer pointed it out, and that it was thrown into the back of a van. And these were proper expert shoplifters. Weren't just something that they do on the fly. And then 2 days later, we have 2 more shoplifters come in, both of which got away from us. And then yesterday, we actually had an undercover security guard in. Now we've got 2 shoplifters come in at the start of the day, which we caught, and the way that they tried to get away with the shopping is they'd brought their kids with them, babies in a pram, put everything underneath the pram, and it's really, really disgusting to me seeing mothers as well using their babies as weapons for shoplifting, essentially. I mean, it's an absolute disgrace, and it's a tough call for the police to do. What do they do? It's tough. I mean, the police let them walk then and there, but I think what they've then done is put them on a register with social services or something that, they put a foot out of line and the kids will be taken away from them. It's a tough call, but I'd probably say it's the right call, because then otherwise the kids' chances are they're just going to grow up to be just like them. But then it took maybe, 40 minutes for the police to turn up for that one. Which then, after the police had let them go, it was another half an hour, let's say, before our next shoplifter. So we saw him come in, and we'd been after him because it was the guy from the day before that got away from us that we'd then spotted. He'd come back in the day after, try it again, so we waited outside for him. He got out, we pulled him back in, we pulled him into the canteen. At this point, we'd called it into the police, and as we pulled him into the back, I'm sat there looking at him going, I know you, aren't you? You weren't robbing from me back in, say, I don't know, November time, was you? No, I wasn't even around here back then. Yeah, that's funny, because you look very, very similar to the guy that pulled a knife on me back in November. No, I don't carry knives. No, that's not me. So, yeah. I'm like, interesting. I'm about 90% positive you're the guy. About half an hour later from that, we were still waiting for the police. And then another member of staff comes in. First thing he says, "Oh, I know you. You're the guy that pulled a knife on Rob, aren't you?" Instant, 100% confirmed that he was then the guy that pulled a knife on me to try and get away. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera. So after that was confirmed, we'd called it back into the police. Yeah, this guy is dangerous and he's tried stabbing a member of staff recently as well. Last time that he was caught and tried to get away. And, you know, okay, we'll mark this as an emergency then. We'll get someone straight out to you. Couple hours pass. And I was like, right, this is getting stupid now. We'll call it back in. So we called it in. I thought you was marking this as an emergency. Where's our member of staff? Where's a member of the police? I thought you were getting someone out to us. Oh well, we've had to allocate someone from a different district because we're understaffed today and we're struggling with staff. So we've allocated someone from somewhere else to come and help you out. Okay, so if they're on the way from different district, they'll be half an hour or so maybe, because where they're coming from is about half an hour away. Fair enough. So another hour and a half maybe passes. 2 police officers come into store. "How are you here for the guy that we've got in the back?" "No, we're on our way to another job." "Oh right, okay." Store manager colours them on the way out. Turns out they weren't on the way to another job at all. The police were now just lying to me. And they was actually on the way back to the station. They radioed through to the station to see where the police officer was that was supposed to be coming out to us. That had been 4.5 hours at this point that we'd been waiting. So turns out he was at the station. Why couldn't these 2 police officers, if they was going to the station, just take this guy with them to the other police officer that had been assigned our case? Surely that would be the easiest thing to do, but no. So next thing, about an hour later, an undercover, in fact I'm not even entirely sure it was an undercover police officer, it was an off-duty police officer. They come in shopping and he tries to find out what's going on. Still couldn't find out what's going on. Still no police officer in sight, still nobody on the way, despite the fact that they was already at the station and on the way to us. Eventually, 6 hours later, 6 hours after we'd first got this guy, at this point, we've already had to go get him a donut and we've had to feed him because we've had him for that long. That 6 hours later, the police turned up and it turned out he was a wanted man by the police. Despite the fact that it had been logged as an emergency case, it still took 6 hours. And yeah, he then confessed to everything. He confessed to trying to stab me with a knife, confessed to shoplifting, confessed to a bunch of other crimes that he was also wanted for. And the police officer then took him away. But do you not think it's bad that someone who you've been told is wanted by the police and is done for shoplifting and whatever else in the past, done for carrying a knife, it took 6 hours for him to turn up? Now, the best thing about this is, back when I was working at a different store, we'd had it before where it took the police maybe 3 hours to turn up, and by then we'd already got bored and let the guy go. And they openly said to us that they couldn't be bothered to do the paperwork. So they waited until the handover so they could hand it over to the police officers on the later shift so they didn't have to do the paperwork. We had to wait 3 hours because the police couldn't be bothered to do the damn paperwork. Now, I'm not being funny, but why can the police, one of the, best professions that they're supposed to be out there, not be bothered to do their job. I mean, this is an absolute joke. So, you know, what else can I say about this? We've been openly told that the police can't be bothered to do their job. It takes them 6 hours to come and collect a wanted man who is known for aggressive behaviour, carrying weapons. He's also been known as well for carrying needles on him as well. You know, this is all stuff that the police couldn't be bothered to do. Really? Really? Anyway, that has been it for today, guys. This has been it for today's story time. And one other thing that I will add to this before I get off is the police tell us that we don't report enough crimes. I wonder why. Maybe this is the reason why. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think to this, and I will see you guys later. So bye for now, guys. Bye.